Hey y'all, this is a Zadapt CRM demo walkthrough. You might have seen me show this in other videos of mine. This is my command center. Sorry, my dog's trying to get in on this. This is the command center for my cleaning business, from communication, marketing, sales, automations, even operational actions such as sending proposals, getting them signed, reputation management, everything. So let me go through the important features that I use it for, the important benefits. Also, what is included when you sign up on the software, which has a 14-day free trial at zadaptsystems.com. First off is the phone number, my business line. I go to phone numbers here and I can purchase any phone number in any area code. This works in the UK, Australia, Canada. I have people currently on the software, other cleaning businesses using it in all these locations. Come here, you would do filter and select the area code you're looking for me, 954. And you're just going to get a ton of phone numbers that can send text, send images, receive images, and call both ways. I start off with that because all my communication goes through that phone number. I'm also when you start to bring on VAs into your business, you're able to keep track of their call reporting through here. It records calls if you need to listen back to them, as well as all the conversation is tracked on this features tab here. This is a test account because I don't want to give away my client's information. But as you can see, this is where all communication with your clients and leads will take place that are interacting with your phone number. So anytime someone calls or texts you, they automatically get saved as a contact. And that is the other part of this software is client database, your CRM system. And all that refers to is your client's information as far as name, email, all the relevant information for us would be square footage of their home, bedrooms and bathrooms, do they have dogs, these types of data points, as well as being able to set tasks for certain leads, set notes. This way you and your team members can stay on track on what needs to take place, and also being able to set up appointments. It does have a calendar integration, which you can set up through here, and it does a two-way sync with your Google Calendar if that's something you use. But coming back to the contacts really quick, I do want to touch on a point is the data points. This is very important because you have other items such as tags and different ways to filter down on your leads, because eventually you're going to have a database of thousands of potential leads and clients. You want to be able to sort them. And through here, also setting up opportunities and putting them into certain automated flows. Now, if you wanted to customize your CRM and the data points you have on your clients, you can absolutely do so. In your settings, there's something called the custom fields. And very simply, you can add a field and remove my face. You can add a field here, single line, whether it's a number, right, or a radio select, which is going to do kind of a multi-box select here. And it can be anything. For example, I have one called person in charge when I'm doing commercial cold calling. So I know who is the person to direct all my communication towards. So I'll move over here. The other way to sort your leads and the sales side of things is your pipeline, where your new leads are, their responses, and what stage they are until becoming a paying client. This, I have multiple different pipelines set up already if you were to sign up. One for Google pay-per-click ads, organic leads, recruitment, and commercial cold calling. So this is commercial cold calling. This is where you would upload leads into here, and then you or a VA can take action within the pipeline by calling them, putting a note, putting them into follow-up call. If you need to, just simply drag it and drop. Keeps things very organized. I'll show you the recruitment pipeline. This is also great to use for recruiting when you're on Facebook and Nextdoor and all these different platforms, and you're just pulling a lot of contact information from these cleaners. You can just import them as a bulk into the system, shoot off a automatic text, which I'll show you in a second, and have them go through the pipeline until they're qualified. This does integrate with Stripe, so you can send all your invoices through here and interact with that on the contacts tab. But it also integrates with other payment processors. You might use PayPal, Square, even QuickBooks. Then coming down here, it does have marketing. So marketing, social media planner, a big one is for sure Google Business Profile and setting up all of your update postings. As far as what's the most important thing for us to post as cleaning business owners, Google Updates, hands down. Of course, you can connect your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You also have email marketing capabilities, mass email marketing, whether you want to do it branded email markets or just simple text email marketing campaigns. But the branded ones, they look pretty much like drag and drop templates. I'll just show you very quickly what that looks like. So over here on the left, you have all the elements to build out the emails you're looking for. These are great, again, when you're trying to follow up with clients. You want to send them your past Google reviews. You want to present yourself in a more professional manner. These are great to send, and you have plenty of options to really build out a nice email. Probably the crux of this entire software is the automation capability. I just want to go to building one from scratch and give you guys a quick look of what the capabilities are. This is the trigger. This is what starts off your automation. And as you can see, you have many, many different triggers that can start an automation, whether manually or through here. So for example, you add a contact tag to a new contact. Maybe it puts them into a new pipeline. Maybe an automatic text gets sent out to them. If somebody fills out a website form, for instance, they get a text, you get a notification. And these are the actions that your software can perform for you with these automations, such as dropping voicemails, sending automatic text and email, Instagram, DM, Messenger. You can create very simple to complex automations with if, then, else statement. And I'll give you an example of the automations I've already created for you. I have a couple of different functions. I didn't want to create a ton of automations, hand it off to whoever signs up, and it's more confusing than it needs to be. But for example, the recruiting, this is an initial text that I set up for when a new candidate comes into the recruiting pipeline. So it'll simply send out a text automatically to each of these new candidates with their name. So these custom values are actually getting pulled depending on the contact these texts are going to, right? Just to reach out to them, see if they're interested in taking on more cleaning jobs. You can also send an email, but typically with recruitment, I only get their phone number. Also, it will automatically follow up with them depending on their action. So for instance, I have it on a wait function. If they don't respond after 2 days, I got another text going out. If they do respond, I'm being notified that they responded and to follow up. And it's also going to change the pipeline. Here's another couple other ones, like such as auto missed call text back. Somebody calls you and the phone is busy or you can't get to it, voicemail goes, the contact will automatically get texted that we missed your call and how can you help? This is just to keep them engaged. It's very important to do so, as well as the website form. When a client fills out lead data on your website, typically, if you don't have something like this set up, it'll just go into your email or to your CMS, whether it's WordPress or whatever website builder you have, and just sit there. This, if somebody fills out your form, you are 100% getting notified that there's a new lead. Whether you or anybody on your team, they're going to get notified. It's going to update them on the organic leads pipeline, and it's going to send them a text thanking them for their request, and then a member of your team is going to be in touch with them. And the beauty of this too is it's all customizable. So you can write all these automations, these texts, these emails, everything completely in your voice. How these notifications are set up, everything is pulling custom values. So you can do things at scale and it's still personalized and you understand what data is being brought back to you. The workflows are a big part of this. So I want to show a couple more here. So when you start running advertising on Google pay-per-click and meta ads, I've already had a couple of automations here set up, such as Google pay-per-click. Somebody fills out the form on your landing page, which I'm going to show you in a second. Then they're automatically getting tagged, put into the pipeline, you're being notified, and then they're going to get added to the lead nurture workflow. And in that lead nurture workflow, this is where they're going to automatically be texted emailed that you received their request and simply ask them a question to keep them engaged. It's really important, one, to follow up with the lead as soon as possible. It's called speed to lead. And I believe there was a study in Harvard that if you don't contact a lead within 5 minutes of them filling out a form, you have like a 4 times less chance of booking them, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, but it is really important to follow up with them. But it's physically impossible for you to follow up with every lead at all times of the day. So this system is doing that for you and keeping things in an organized manner. But let's get into the landing page. So the software, I host my WordPress website through here. You can also create websites native on the Zadapt CRM, as well as landing page, which is super important. These landing pages are different from your website. This is for when you're running paid advertising and you want to convert your leads. Not only convert your leads because it is structured in a way where there's no distractions, it's simply call to action, giving them some information to push them over the edge and get their lead data, but also conversion tracking, especially within Google and Facebook. You need to be able to add pixels. On Google, it's the Google tag and an event manager. You need to be able to add this tracking code in here. It's very difficult to do so on just your website. That's why it's essential to have a landing page to help these ad platforms get better at running your campaigns. Yeah, and this is a generic one. Is exactly the one I use. All I did was just take out my business information so you can use it for yourself. It's more general. So what I would recommend is if you wanted to go solely into move in, move out cleaning, that's your niche, you can create a landing page just for that service. I have one I'm creating just for post construction. Everybody on the software, when I create a landing page and I test it and it works out, I will send you an email and let you know, like, hey, I got a new landing page. Would you want it? And then I pretty much import it into your account. And that's just part of the service I want to provide here. Also, you can do one for commercial cleaning only. So landing pages are very powerful to push out your offer and convert people on your ads. We have reputation management. Again, this connects with Google. So you can send out your Google reviews requests pretty much automatically. That's also a workflow that you can set up, but also be able to respond to all the reviews. There is AI that will respond to these reviews for you all throughout the system. This also links with Yelp and Facebook. You even have some SEO capabilities in here, which is this right here. It's called listings, and it's going to get your business listed across between 50 to 60 local business platforms like Apple, Alexa, Apple Voice, Yellow Pages, all these different things. So you have reporting. You can look at your Google ads and Facebook reports through here. Call reporting is the main one, especially for me when I'm using my VA for cold calling. I can see how many calls they're doing. I can see the duration. And this way we can tweak how much time they need to spend and potentially even record these calls. The other main benefit is that you have a mobile app. So part of the phone line is you don't need to buy a separate phone. You can use this mobile app here. It's called Lead Connector. It connects with your software, and it's mainly for communication, review requests, appointment, as well as managing your contact list. So it's very helpful to have the mobile app as well as your desktop version. I will say for cleaning business purposes, this works great for residential and commercial. The way I would use this for commercial cleaning is my pipeline for cold calling. Yeah, kind of touched on that already. It's great for cold calling because, again, you come in here, you have the pipeline all set up, you can move them across stages. And I even have an automation set up where, for instance, let's say Jack and Jill, you call them up and they are not interested in moving forward, but they do want to get more of your company info. You can drag them into a new stage. They'll automatically be emailed. You can drag them into a new stage and they'll automatically be emailed with your company info and put onto a nurture sequence that'll last for the next 4 months. Let's take a look at that really quick. This company info drip, once they get dragged into that new stage, they're getting emailed for the next 4 months until they respond or until they want to move forward. And then at the end of this, it will notify you that they've been through the whole company drip. Let's give them another call to see if they're ready to make a switch. And it's going to update that pipeline here to follow-up call. And that way you or your VA knows to just give them a quick call and check in with them. So again, software, super customizable. My complete command center, highly recommend it for you guys. This is my software, so I'm able to provide support on this. Another great feature or benefit, I would say, is a web chat widget. If you guys have your website, but you don't have a web chat widget, it's another way to capture lead data in your software. Anything right here, you can do all in one chat, let's say. And this is what it's going to look like. You can customize it in your brand color. You can customize the message there. You can even set up to the AI, which, let me go to that before I end this video, is the AI. So that chat widget, simply embed it into your website. Works for all websites. Any conversation there will come into your conversation tab, and it's also going to show up on your mobile app. But let's go to the AI agents. This is a newer feature of the system. So this AI agent, you can create one that will literally answer all of your inbound calls. It can take actions. It will collect information. It'll get a transcript of the call, email you that transcript. It's really great for after hour use, or even if you want this to just take in all inbound calls, get their information, maybe square footage, this or that. It can even give quotes. It's just depending on how you prompt it. If we switch to advanced mode, depending on how you prompt this, it can give quotes based off of square footage or the size of the home. It can send text message, trigger workflows, and then even call transfer. It's wild. There is no outbound feature yet for this, but a workaround would be to send people voicemail drops and then have them call you back. And now they're hitting the inbound voice agent. There's that. There's also conversational AI. This bot can actually book appointments for you if you wanted to. You can set it up through your text and your live chat, your chat widget, as well as your Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs. It'll answer all the Q&A. It'll have a goal of pushing people towards booking an appointment if you'd like. It's very powerful. To put a button on everything, this is your dashboard where you'll see your opportunities coming in, your conversion rate, pipeline data, and even more data on everything within your business. This is your command center. So I hope this gave you a better idea of the capabilities of the Zadapt CRM, which can be your command center as well. If you'd like to get on it, you go to zadaptsystems.com and sign up. There's a 14-day free trial. It is currently $49 a month, and everything that you see in here will already be on your account. But if you would like some help setting it up further, doing custom automations, I'm here for you, or creating your website through this software, I'm also available. And until next time, if you have any questions, feel free to put them below in the comments or email me at zadaptsystems@gmail.com. Appreciate y'all watching. Take care.